How do we get out of a depressive episode? I struggled with depression a lot in my early 20s, and trying to find solutions for it, I stumbled into a lot of research, into a lot of theories. I tried a lot of different things, but let me tell you the things that I utilized that helped me the most. That when I extended this advice to other people, it actually helped them as well. Now, in chapter 17, breathing, posture, and digestion, I talk about the importance of enhancing your breathing, your posture, and your digestive system. If you're not breathing right, you're probably having mini micro panic attacks throughout the day. You're not going to have a good time. You're going to have a hard time sustaining a positive state of mind. If your posture's all out of whack because your body's not strong enough to sustain itself, you're not doing any strength exercises, you're not stretching, you're gonna be in pain. Your organs are gonna be in pain. There's little pressure points that if your posture's a little out of whack, it hurts your organs and affects your organs a certain way. You're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna have a hard time sustaining a positive mind. If your digestive system is all out of whack, and here's a big one for depression specifically, you're gonna have a hard time sustaining a positive mind. So what we do is we eliminate all of the factors that hinder these three foundations: our breathing, our posture, or our body strength, and our digestive system. Now, the reason why that's important is because, especially when it comes to getting out of a depressive funk, I'd say that the most important factor is digestive. Now, there's research studies that show doctors are actually able to determine your susceptibility to dementia based on your current gut health, the health of your gut, the health of your intestines, right? Because there's a correlation between gut disease or intestinal disease and dementia, mental diseases. So the research that I looked into, I can't remember what it was. I was 24, 25 years old when I was reading this stuff. But I came across one that said that we can be having allergic reactions to the food that we're eating, in the same way that someone with a pollen allergy, like I have a pollen allergy, will maybe get physical symptoms. Someone with, if that's allergic to bees, may get a physical symptom, a physical allergy symptom. We don't think of food as giving us mental and emotional allergic symptoms. Me personally, I can't eat anything with red dye 40. If I eat something with red dye 40, my body gets inflamed. I can feel the inflammation. And not only that, but give it another hour, I'm having negative thoughts. I'm having these thoughts of self-pity. All of a sudden, I'm remembering everything in my life that isn't going well. And that was super weird. And it took me a long time to realize, and to this day, I don't know if it's specifically red dye 40, but I have tested it where I've eaten things with red dye 40. Maybe it was the yellow 5, but if something has red dye 40 in it, it's probably got a bunch of other chemicals, so it might not even be the red dye 40. It might just be something that goes along with it. The point is, I was getting mental and emotional allergic reactions to certain foods. You might be experiencing the same thing. So the first thing that I would recommend that you do if you're in a depression spell is eliminate all of those factors. Eat some organic food. I know that sounds like a super simplistic answer, especially if you're really suffering from depression, but just give it a try. Eat some organic foods. Keep your food simple. Don't mix in a bunch of crazy stuff. Just keep it simple. I know food's a little boring. When you're depressed, all you want to do is eat all your favorite food. You want to eat all the chocolate in the world. You want to eat all the ice cream in the world. Listen, I get it. When I was depressed, I wanted to eat all the pizza and drink all the beer. That's how my friends knew that I was going through something, right? They had 4 pizza boxes and 18-pack. So watch the foods that you eat. Step number 1, switch it over, keep simple foods. That helped me out a ton. When I eliminated those dietary factors, it didn't cure me. Now, I'm not saying that's the cure to depression, but what it does is it gives you a fighting chance. That's what it does. It gives you a fighting chance to stop those negative thoughts and allow you to start to build these a positive mindset, right? It just removes the blockage. It doesn't cure it. It just removes the blockage, allowing you to then take that blank slate and run with it to the goalpost. Okay. Second thing that I recommend that you do is get moving. You got to get moving. You got to get running. Personally, if you can, I'll talk to your doctor, obviously, but if you can, do some sprint intervals. I do sprint intervals. Sprinting increases testosterone in men and women. Right, we both need testosterone. It increases testosterone. It gets you all gassed out. It gets you sweating, gets your heart rate, it gets oxygen all over your body. So do some sprint if you can, if you're physically adept, if you're capable, do some sprint intervals. But it doesn't have to be anything that intense. Even going for a walk, at least 45 minutes, just go walk, get some fresh air. I know, and trust me, when you're depressed, that's the last thing you want to do. The last thing you want to do when you're depressed is move. But don't listen to what it is that you want to do when you're depressed. Right? Don't let your depressed mind determine the actions that you take. Take control of that and bypass those depressive thoughts and do what you know is going to make you feel better. Okay? So go out to the store, get yourself some simple organic foods, whatever it is that you want. Go crazy. Keep the sugars low. That's my recommendation. Just keep the sugars low. Maybe no carbs, even if they are organic. I would stick with maybe some meats and some veggies. But go out there and just try to find whatever it is that you feel you can muster down. Eliminate those dietary factors that might be giving you a mental and emotional allergic reaction. Get moving, get walking. If you're up for it, if you're able to get yourself to that point, go for a sprint, do some high intensity training. Do it for 3 or 4 days straight. It's not going to work overnight. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work overnight. You're going to do it the first 2 or 3 days. You're going to wake up feeling like crap mentally. You're going to go to bed feeling like crap mentally. But tell me what happens after 72 hours of eliminating those dietary factors and getting your body up and moving. I want to know what happens.